What if I told you that just a week before Yu Menglong's mysterious death, a chilling video surfaced, one that fans are now calling the most terrifying clip ever recorded by the beloved actor? A video showing him looking visibly frightened, and not alone. 3 unknown men can be seen lurking behind him, their faces blurred, their movements strange. But here's the most shocking part: none of those men have been identified to this day. In this video, we're diving deep into the viral footage that has the entire internet on edge. We'll break down every haunting frame, the mysterious sounds in the background, the eerie behavior of Yu Menglong in those final moments, and the unanswered question everyone's asking: was this video a silent cry for help before his death? Stay with me, because the deeper you look into this footage, the darker the truth becomes. It all started with a video uploaded to a small fan account on a Sunday night. The caption read simply, "This was Yu Menglong, 1 week before everything changed." At first, nobody thought much of it. It seemed like a casual behind-the-scenes clip, just Yu sitting in what looked like a hotel room, wearing a simple white t-shirt, scrolling through his phone. But the atmosphere in the video was different. The lighting was dim, almost as if the room was intentionally kept dark. The curtains were closed, and the faint sound of heavy rain echoed in the background. Then, about 15 seconds into the clip, something caught everyone's attention. Yu looked up suddenly, as though he'd heard something. His expression shifted from calm to tense. His lips parted slightly, as if he wanted to say something, but stopped. He glanced toward the corner of the room off camera. Then he smiled nervously, like he was trying to pretend everything was fine. That's when the camera panned slightly, and viewers saw it: 3 shadowy figures in the reflection of the mirror behind him. The video was barely 30 seconds long, but frame-by-frame analysis revealed something spine-chilling. 3 men standing near the doorway. None of them spoke, none of them moved. Just watching. Fans zoomed in and tried to identify them. One seemed tall, wearing a dark hoodie, another appeared to have a tattoo on his neck. The third man's face was entirely obscured by the shadow of the curtain. Yu looked over his shoulder again and muttered something under his breath, something that the microphone barely caught. But when one fan enhanced the audio and slowed it down, you could faintly hear him say, "You promised this was the last time." What did he mean by that? Who were these men? And what did they promise? Within 12 hours, the clip had exploded online. Hashtags like #YouMenglongVideo, #3Men in the Room, and #Haunting Before Death trended across multiple platforms. Some said it was staged, others believed it was a desperate message to fans. The atmosphere online was electric. People across Asia stayed up all night analyzing every millisecond of the footage. YouTubers, bloggers, and even former colleagues began sharing their theories. One fan wrote, "Look at his hands, they're shaking. He keeps touching his left wrist, like he's signaling something. Maybe it's code." Another said, "Those weren't strangers. They were watching him. You can tell by his eyes, he's scared." But perhaps the most disturbing comment came from a user claiming to have worked in the same hotel where the video was filmed. The anonymous commenter wrote, "That room is not a normal suite. It's part of the restricted floor. Guests aren't allowed to film there." That statement alone sent the internet into chaos. Investigators later confirmed that Yu Menglong had stayed in a luxury suite in downtown Shanghai just a week before his reported death. However, when journalists tried to confirm whether the room in the video matched that hotel, management refused to comment. But fans did their own digging. They compared the wall patterns, curtains, and even the lamp designs, and discovered that the decor did match the Grand Palace Hotel, a place known for its high-profile clientele and strict privacy policies. So if the video was really filmed there, how did it leak? A popular theory emerged that one of the 3 men in the room might have been the one to record and post it. But why? What message were they trying to send? And then came the twist that no one saw coming. 2 days after the video went viral, another clip surfaced, this time a short screen recording of a live stream Yu Menglong had done on a private fan platform just days before. The stream was deleted within minutes after it ended, but someone had managed to capture a few seconds. In that clip, Yu seemed nervous, constantly glancing off screen. At one point, he said quietly, "Sometimes, people aren't who they say they are. And sometimes, they come back." The live chat froze. Then Yu forced a smile and changed the topic, pretending everything was normal. But fans could feel the tension. Later, when viewers matched the timestamp from that stream to the hotel video, they realized both had been filmed within the same 48-hour period. Coincidence? Or something much darker? Audio engineers began to analyze the viral video, filtering background noises that were almost inaudible. What they discovered sent chills down everyone's spine. Behind the rain sounds and faint hum of the air conditioner, there was another layer of audio, a whispering voice. It wasn't Yu's. It came from someone else in the room. The voice said something like, "Don't forget what we told you, Menglong." The tone was low, commanding. And right after that, Yu's hand trembled slightly, and he looked down. Fans speculated that Yu might have been coerced into recording something, or meeting people he didn't trust. Theories ranged from secret deals to personal threats. But one fan found something even more disturbing. When she brightened the video and slowed it down, she noticed what looked like a small red mark on Yu's wrist, almost like a burn or rope mark. After Yu Menglong's death, which was initially labeled as an unfortunate incident, authorities were pressured to re-examine the viral video. But weeks passed, and no official statement was released. Reporters began to question why the three men had never been identified. The footage clearly showed their silhouettes. Someone had to know who they were. A former assistant of Yu's came forward anonymously and said something chilling. Those men were always around him lately. They weren't his friends. They were business associates who showed up after a certain disagreement. He wanted out, but they wouldn't let him. This statement reignited the online firestorm. Suddenly, people weren't just mourning Yu, they were demanding justice. But the scariest part of all is hidden in the final 10 seconds of the viral clip. Right before it cuts, the camera shakes slightly as if someone bumped into it, and you can faintly see Yu's reflection once more. His eyes are wide, and his mouth forms two clear words. "Help me." Then, black screen. That frame alone has become one of the most analyzed images on the internet. People have used AI, filters, and digital forensics to clarify those two words, and they match perfectly with the shape of his lips. It's haunting. It's heartbreaking. And it's impossible to forget. After the video's discovery, major entertainment outlets began reporting on it non-stop. Some called it the last digital footprint of Yu Menglong. Others called it evidence of a conspiracy. Celebrities who worked with him began posting cryptic messages. One actress shared a black screen with the caption, "Some stories never get told." Another co-star reposted an old photo of Yu smiling, writing, "You deserved better." The fans, however, weren't ready to let it go. They began organizing online campaigns demanding a full investigation into the three men in the room. Some even went to the hotel, trying to locate the exact suite. But mysteriously, that floor was suddenly closed for renovation. Coincidence or cover-up? Weeks later, a new leak surfaced online, an extended version of the viral clip. It was only 5 seconds longer, but those 5 seconds changed everything. In the added frames, you can hear someone say, "He shouldn't be recording this." Then, the video abruptly cuts. That voice didn't belong to you. It was deeper, older, and filled with authority. Fans matched the audio to one of Yu's known managers, but nothing was confirmed. Still, it added another terrifying layer to the mystery. Was Yu Menglong being watched, silenced, or controlled in his final days? One popular theory claimed that Yu had secretly recorded the video himself as a form of protection, proof of what was happening around him. But before he could release it officially, someone else leaked it. Others believe it was leaked intentionally to distract or warn others. A few conspiracy analysts pointed out a strange detail. The timestamp on the video was exactly 7 days before his death. 7 days. Almost symbolic. Fans began calling it the 7-day warning. When fans gathered outside the Grand Palace Hotel a month later, they brought candles and photos of Yu. In the silence, one fan played the viral clip on her phone. As Yu's voice echoed faintly in the night, people began to cry. And then, almost eerily, lightning struck in the distance. The clip ended. No one said a word. That moment was captured on dozens of phones and spread across social media, deepening the emotional connection fans had to the mystery surrounding their beloved actor. As of today, the three men from the video have never been publicly identified. The original uploader deleted their account within 48 hours. And the hotel, according to reports, has lost all camera footage from that week due to a technical malfunction. But fans aren't giving up. Investigators, independent journalists, and online communities continue to analyze every detail, believing the video holds the key to what really happened. Some claim they've spotted the same tattooed man in another video from a different event you attended earlier that month, suggesting that whoever those men were, they'd been around him longer than anyone realized. So what do you think really happened in that viral video? Was Yu Menglong trying to send us a hidden message, a silent plea for help? Or was this something planned, something deeper than we'll ever understand? The truth might still be out there, buried behind locked hotel doors and missing data files. But one thing's certain, that haunting video will forever remain one of the most chilling pieces of footage in entertainment history. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. This story deserves to be heard, and you deserves to be remembered. Just when everyone thought they'd seen it all, the viral video of Yu Menglong took a darker turn. More hidden details, more eerie discoveries, and more chilling clues that make it almost impossible to believe this was just a coincidence. In this continuation, we'll dive deeper into that same haunting video, the one recorded a week before his death, and explore shocking new findings that fans uncovered frame by frame. If you thought the three men behind him were the scariest part, wait until you see what people discovered next. From strange reflections to coded gestures, the truth hidden in that short clip is far more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. Stay with me till the end, because every second of this story will have you questioning what really happened to Yu Menglong. The video, now known globally as The Last 30 Seconds, had been watched millions of times. But fans weren't just watching, they were investigating. Every frame, every blink, every flicker of light in that dark hotel room became part of an online manhunt for the truth. At first glance, it seemed simple. Yu Menglong sitting quietly, scrolling through his phone. But when you slow it down, the atmosphere changes completely. His breathing was unsteady. The light from his phone reflected in his eyes, and you could see the tension. His lips quivered slightly, like someone trying to suppress fear. And then, the reflection. Everyone had seen the three men standing behind him in the mirror. But what most people missed was what happened a few seconds before they appeared. Right before the figures were visible, the door behind you moved slightly, as if someone had just entered the room quietly. The handle turned, but there was no sound of footsteps. And the moment it moved, Yu's body froze. He didn't turn around immediately. He just stared at his screen, pretending not to notice. That reaction, that silence, sent chills down viewers' spines. He knew they were there. One fan enhanced the brightness and contrast of the video, revealing something almost unbelievable. In the dark shadow behind the curtain, a faint hand movement could be seen. Someone, or something, moved slightly. It wasn't a trick of light. It was real. In slow motion, you can even see the silhouette of one man slightly leaning forward, like he was whispering to you. And just before you looked up, his phone screen dimmed almost like he received a message or a signal. What if the video wasn't random? What if you had started recording because he knew they were coming? A theory began spreading online that you secretly hit the record button on his phone to capture evidence of what was happening in that room. But maybe, he was caught before he could stop it. Audio experts decided to dig deeper into the sound from the clip. When they removed background noise, a faint whispering voice became clear. It wasn't Yu's. It was deeper, calm, almost commanding. The words were terrifying. The voice said, "You know the rules, Menglong. Don't make this harder." Right after that, Yu's eyes widened. He smiled nervously, looked into the camera for a split second, and said softly, "It's almost done." What was done? Was it a project? A secret deal? Or was it something he didn't want to be part of anymore? That one phrase, "You know the rules," echoed across social media. Fans began comparing it to cryptic things you had said in past interviews. In one 2022 interview, he mentioned, "Sometimes in this industry, You have to play a game you never agreed to. Back then, people thought he was joking. Now, those words felt like a warning. Investigators and fans traced the hotel room to the Grand Palace in Shanghai. But here's where things got stranger. The hotel's public records showed no official check-in under Yu Menglong's name that week. So how was he in that room? A leaked document suggested the room was booked under an alias, one often used by celebrities trying to avoid paparazzi. But what's odd is that the booking was made not by Yu, but by an unnamed company representative. If you didn't book that room, who did? And why was he there with 3 men no one could identify? An anonymous source claimed you had planned to meet someone that night to settle an issue involving an undisclosed contract dispute. The source added that you looked very nervous that day, constantly checking his phone, pacing back and forth, and repeating the words. "It's the last time. After tonight, I'm done." That was a week before the news of his death broke. A TikTok user named Frozen Frama Queen went viral after uploading a slowed-down version of the original clip. When she zoomed in on the mirror reflection, she noticed something no one else had seen before. In the lower corner of the mirror, there was a faint image of another phone screen, not Yu's. It showed the exact same angle he was sitting in. That means someone else was recording him. And if that's true, then the video we all saw might have come from that other phone, not his. This discovery completely changed how fans viewed the video. It wasn't just you sitting alone being watched by 3 men, it was you being recorded without consent, possibly while being threatened. Whoever leaked that clip wanted it to be seen. In one frame, Yu blinks twice, looks to his left, and taps his wrist. It seems subtle, but several fans claimed he was using body language to send a hidden message. Some even suggested he was signaling for help, blinking twice to mean danger, and tapping his wrist to indicate time is running out. At first, that sounded far-fetched until fans discovered that Yu had once posted a TikTok video teaching fans fun secret signals. One of those signals, 2 blinks and a wrist tap, which he jokingly said meant "save me from this awkward situation." Could it be that in his final days, he used that same joke as a real call for help? Another strange discovery was made when someone noticed a wall clock behind Yu. In the video, the time read 11:47 p.m. But when investigators accessed the phone's metadata, it showed the recording time as 2:17 a.m. The clock was wrong by nearly 3 hours. Was it just an error? Or was it deliberately changed to confuse anyone looking later? That discrepancy became one of the most talked about details online, with fans believing it hinted that someone else edited or manipulated the video before it was leaked. In the final 5 seconds of the video, Yu looks over his shoulder again. But this time, something even more horrifying appears. In the reflection of the doorway, a tall shadow crosses the hallway, quickly, almost like someone passing by. But when slowed down, the shadow doesn't match any of the 3 men behind him. There was a 4th person there. No one ever talks. No one steps into view. But the moment the shadow passes, Yu's body stiffens. His eyes dart toward the camera, and his lips form those unforgettable words, "Help me." Right after that, the screen cuts out. And just like that, the mystery deepened. A week after Yu's passing, reports surfaced that 2 of the hotel staff members who were on duty that night had resigned unexpectedly. Their social media accounts were deleted within 24 hours. Fans began wondering if they knew something they were forced to stay silent about. Even more disturbing, the hallway surveillance footage from that floor was reported as missing due to a supposed system error that lasted exactly 20 minutes. The same 20-minute window when Yu's video was filmed. Was it a technical glitch? Or was someone erasing traces of what happened that night? In early October, a high-resolution copy of the viral video resurfaced. This one, found on a cloud drive, included metadata that traced the file's creation to a laptop linked to an anonymous IP address in Shenzhen. The account's name? JM. Online investigators believe JM might have been the initials of one of the men in the room. And some fans think that person uploaded the video out of guilt, a silent confession of what really went down. In the clearer version, you can finally see Yu's face properly in the last few frames. His expression isn't just fear. It's exhaustion. It's someone who's given up trying to hide what's happening around him. His final glance into the camera feels deliberate. Like he wanted the world to see. And now, they have. So, what do you think? Was Yu Menglong trying to expose something in that terrifying video? Or did someone record him as a warning, knowing what was coming next? Every frame, every whisper, every reflection in that room tells a story, one that still haunts millions of fans today. The question is, do you believe this was a coincidence, or a cry for help that went unanswered? If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more shocking celebrity mysteries and deep dive investigations just like this one. And now I want to hear from you. Who do you think the three men in that viral video really were? Do you believe Yu Menglong's "help me" was a real plea, or could it have been taken out of context? And most importantly, do you think the truth about that night will ever be revealed? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I read every single one. Let's uncover this mystery together.